Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce my name, Vika Kurnia Podongye. I'm from Polytechnic Gorontalo. Here I will make a video about English explanation. Okay, we just discuss of material in English. Toot, toot, toot. Okay, the first material is part of speech. What is part of speech? Okay, part of speech overview. Okay, in the English language, what we consider as the small elements that have distinctive meanings. Based on their use, the function, words are considered into several types or part of speech. This article will over distinction an example for the 8 major parts of speech in English grammar: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, and interjection. Okay, next, the material noun. This part of speech referred in the that are used to name person, things, animal, place, idea, or event. Okay? Nouns are the simple among the 8 parts of speech, which is why they are the first ones to study in primary school. Example: Tom Hanks is very versatile. The intelligent noun refers to a name of a person. To example, dogs can be extremely cute. In this example, this intelligent word is considered a noun because it names an animal. Okay, the next example is it is my birthday. The word birthday is a noun which refers to event. Okay, next the material pronoun. A pronoun is a part of speech with function as a replacement for a noun. Some examples of pronoun are I, it, he, she, mine, his, her, we, their, theirs, and ours. Simple sentence. Jess is a very stubborn child. She just stared at me, and when I told her to stop, the danger sound is mine. We are number one. Okay? The intelligent word is the sentence above are the pronouns is the sentence. Okay, next the material adjective. This part of the speech is used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Adjective can specify the quality, the size, and the number of nouns or pronouns. Use this link to get a list or adjective. Simple sentence. The covering are intricate. The intelligent word describe the appearance of the noun carvings. Okay, I have 2 hamsters. The intelligent word 2 is an adjective which describes the number of the noun hamster. Wow, the noun is head. This interesting word is an adjective which describes the size of the nouns dog. Okay, next a material for verb. This the most important part of speech for about a verb, a sentence word next to not exit. Simple part. This is a word that show an action, physical or material, are sentences of of the subject in a sentence. Example of state of big verb. I'm, is, was, are, and were. Simple sentence. As well, the perturbers measured their sort. The italicized word expresses the action of the subject, stormtroopers. Stormtroopers. Okay, they are always prepared in emergencies. The verb are, the verb are refers to the stage of being of the pronoun they, which is the subject in the sentence. Okay, next, a material. Adverb. Just like adjective, adverb are also used to describe word, but the difference is the adverb describe adjective, verb, or another adverb. The different types of adverb are adverb of manner. This refers to how something happens or how an action is done. Example: Annie danced gracefully. The word gracefully tells how Annie dances. Okay. The next types of adverb. Adverb of times. This stage when something happens or when it is done. Example: they came yesterday. The intelligence word tells when then come. See come. Adverb of place. This tells something about where something happens or where something is done. Example: of course, I'm looking everywhere. The adverb everywhere tell where I look at. Okay, next, adverb of degree. The stage in the intensity or the degree to which a specific then happens or is done. Example: their child is very talented. The intelligence effort answer the question: to what degree is a child talent? Again, next, the material. Okay, the finished material of part of speech overview. Next of the material about proposition and interjection. Okay, next material, proposition. In the proposition material, there is a time, proposition place, proposition, other important proposition. Okay, next. Okay, proposition time. Look here. This is a proposition time. And it's on, in, at, since, for, ago, before, to, past, to, till, until, by. Okay, this example. On Monday. Day of the week. Say their day of the week. The example: on Monday. The preposition time in. Months or session. Time of day, years, after a certain period of time when. The example: in August or in winter. Example 2: the morning, in the morning, in a hall. Okay, next. This is a proposition time. Next, proposition place. This is a proposition place. You get that? Okay. The proposition place, the proposition and direction. English in. Preposition in. You say room, build, start, town, country, book, paper, each, car, taxi, picture, word. Example: in the chicken, in London, in the book, in the car, in the taxi, in the picture, in the word. Okay, next. Preposition place at. At meaning next to by at object, for table, for event, place where you are to do something typical, which a film, study, work. The example: at the door, at the station, at the table, at the concrete, at the party, at the cinema, at the school, at work. Okay, next. A preposition page on. You say attached for the place with a river, big on a sun surface, for a canton side left right, for the floor in a horse, for public transport, and for television radio. The example: the picture on the wall. London lay on the Thames, on the table, on the left, on the first floor, on the bus, on the plane, on the TV, on the radio. Okay, next. Preposition place by, next to, beside. You say left or right or of somebody or something. Example: Jenny is standing by or not next to or beside the car. Okay? Preposition place under. You say on the ground, lower that, or covered by something else. Example: the bag is under the table. Okay, and the next below, preposition place below. Lower that something else, also but above ground. Example: the first are below the surface. Okay, is the example for the preposition place. The next preposition, other important preposition. This is a other important preposition. Preposition. Okay, and it's from, of, by, on, in, of, out of, by, at, about. Okay, the essay for from, who give it. Example: a parents from Jenny. Okay, next, other important preposition of. We say who or what does it belong to? What does it show? Example: a page of the book, the picture of a page. Okay, next, other important preposition by. Who made it in? A book by Mark Twain. Okay, other important preposition on. Walking or riding on horseback, entering a public transport vehicle. Again, the example: on foot, on horseback, get the bus. Next, other important preposition in. Entering a car or taxi. Example: get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, in the taxi. Okay, other important preposition of. Leaving a public transport vehicle. Okay, the example: get off the train, get off the train. Okay, next, the important preposition out of. Landing a car or taxi. Example: get out of the taxi, get out of the car, of the car. Okay, next, other important preposition by. risk of fall of something, travel order to walking or torturity. Okay, the example. Prices have risen by 10%. Okay, prices price have risen by 10%. So the example two, by car, by bus. Next, the order and present proposition at for 8. During Russian at 45. Okay, next the other important proposition about. For topics meaning what about, we were talking about you. We were talking about you. Okay, this is material proposition. So where next the material, uh, introduction, conjunction, praise, and plus answer. Okay, what is interjection, conjunction, and practice and answer? Okay, conjunction. Conjunction are words that link other words, phrases, or calls together. Okay, next type, tables conjunction. Types of conjunction: coordinating conjunction, correlative conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and conjunctive adverb. Coordinating conjunction is for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And correlative conjunction as, or as, but, or and, at, or, hardly or when, if or then, just as or so, neither nor, not only but also, not sooner than, not but, rather than, such when, and what's which, and whether or. Okay, subordinating conjunction after, although, as soon as, because, before, be the time, even of, even though, every time, if, in case, no doubt, once, such, so then, the first time, unless, until, when, whenever, whether or not, while, and last, why. The conjunctive adverb additional, additional, additionally, again, almost, anyway, as a result, in the addition, besides, contrarily, comparatively, consequently, contrarily, comparatively, consequently, conversely, so where, equally, eventually, finally, furthermore, elsewhere, henceforth, and however. Okay, this is a types of conjunction. Okay, interjection begins section which state the purpose and goal of the following wordings. Interjection showing the orders emoticon. The example interjection. Okay, the example for interjection. The sound of someone clearing their throat and means attention or listen. Ah, this allows us to call for help or when someone is scared. Boo! Is it to scare someone or to voice disapproval? Eh? This is used when you don't hear or understand what someone said. Ew, how owls dislike or disgust. This can mean you are taking or helping. Okay, just could mean you can believe something or you are exasperated. Oh la la! It's sonic comical. Why to refer to something as fancy or special? Oops! An exclamation people use when they accidentally do something. Okay? Phew. This expression relative to or then you are called something is over. And whoa, this can show surprise or amazement. So Yahoo expresses joy or happiness. Yeah, this so very strong affirmation or a profile. Yahoo! Yeah, yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! This is said to get someone's attention and is usually used by women. Okay, this example introduction. Okay, next material part of sentence subject, predicate, object. Okay, first subject. Subject is the person or thing who or which carried out the action of the verb. Example: Mr. Cousin is the teaching every algebra to the student. The example two: monkeys. Monkeys are playing around in the garden. Okay, the first sentence, the action is teaching. That action is carried out by Mr. Cotton. So, Mr. Cotton is the subject of the verb. Okay, in the second sentence, the action is playing. That action is carried out by the monkey. So, the monkey is the subject of the verb. Okay, this is a example for the subject. The next object. Okay, object is the person or a thing upon whom or upon which the action of the verb is carried out. Example: monkeys are destroying the garden. The boys drip eggs. The teacher drank the soup. The object is the garden, the eggs, and the soap. This is an object. Okay, direct and indirect object. A direct object is the result of action within a sentence, as a how, as in he hit the ball. Be careful to distinguish between a direct object and object complement. And the example, the name their daughter Natasha. Is the sentence daughter is the direct object and Natasha is the object complement which rename or describe the direct object. Okay, this is a example for the object. So next, predicate. The predicate in a sentence is what tell about what a person or the thing does or did or what happened to person or to thing. Okay, the predicate must 1. Agree in number with subject. 2. Have the correct sentence. And 3. With the proper voice or active and passive. Okay, the example: monkey are dirty the garden. In the above sentence, the word monkeys is subject, where the pairs are destroying is the predicate, and the word the garden is the object. Okay, the example 2, Mr. Crowden is teaching algebra to the student. Okay, in the above sentence, the word Mr. Crowden is the subject, the press is teaching, and the predicate. Towards algebra and the student are object. Okay, that's the example for this subject, predicate, object. Okay, the next material, the press and close. What is press and close? Okay, phrases. A phrase is a group or combination of two or more words. It is a unit of the complete sentence. By itself, a phrase is not complete sentence, as it does not tell a complete thought. It does not contain the subject and the predicate both, so it not a clause either. The length of the phrase might differ from two words to many more words. This does not have any connection to whether it is a phrase of the sentence. For example, old dog is the phrase, so is the old, smell, and serving dogs. It is also a phrase. Okay, the next clause. Definition clause. A clause is a group of related words containing a subject and a verb. Okay, independent clause. Independent clause could stand by themselves as discrete sentence, except that when they to stand by themselves. Separate from other clause, the normal reference to sample sentence in a clause. The example, because he loved acting, he referred to give up his dream of being in the movie. The independent clause is, he refers to give up his dream of being in the movie. Okay, and the example, although I live far from here. The independent clause is, I never come late. And the Tina carried before you came here. Independent clause, Tina carried. Don't wait for me until I finish it. Independent clause is, don't wait for me. Okay, the next, dependent clause. Dependent clause cannot stand by themselves and make good sense. They must be combined with independent clause so that they become part of sentence that can by itself. Okay, the example, because he loved acting, he referred to give up his dream of being in the movie. The dependent clause is because he loved acting. Okay, the next example, although I live far from here, I never come late. Okay, the dependent clause is, although I live far from here. Okay, Tina cast before you came here. Dependent clause is, before you came here. Okay, don't wait for me until I finish it. Dependent clause is, until I finish it. Okay, sorry, kind of sentence. When we speak or read, the kernel use word in group. Such a group of words which make complete sense is called a sentence. The example, little Jack Connor set a corner, and Jack and Will went up the hill. 2 and 2 make a 4. It's, it is getting dark. Okay, tenses number 1 is simple present tense. The simple present tense is a verb tense with two main use. We use the simple present tense when an action is happening right now, or when it happens regularly or extensively, which is why it's sometimes called present indefinite. Depending on the person, the simple present tense is formed by using the root form or by ending so or else to the end. Okay, the example, Okay, the example, I feel great. Polly, love it pie. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. The order to talk about habitual action or exercise. Pauline practiced the piano every day. Mr. Jackson traveled during the summer. Hamster ran all night. Typical when the one describe a temporary action that incomplete in the progress, we use the present continuous. Pauline can come to the pond right now because she is pursing her debt. Okay, next. Okay, next. Present continuous tense. Present continuous verb tense. It is get that an action or condition is happening now, requiredly, and might continue into the future. The present continuous formula to be am is are plus verb present participle. Example: Auntie Kristen is running up the car well short looking for his now let coat. They are eating at such favorite restaurant today. Police like dinner. Keywords verb present participle tension denied verb stative verb. Okay, the next tense. Okay, next material, the past continuous tenses. Also known as the past progressive tenses, refer to an continuing action or state that was happening at some point in the past. The past continuous tenses is formed by combination the past tenses of to be, I, Devi, was where, which the verb present particle in words. There are many situations in which the verb tenses might be used in the sentence. For example, is the often used to describe condition that action in the past. The running was sunny every day that summer. Uh, as I spoke, the children were learning it at my deafness. It can also be used to describe something that was happening contrary in the past when another comes in interpret it. Okay, the next material, simple future tense. The simple future tense is the verb tenses that use it to talk about things that haven't happened yet. Yes, Jan will read War and Place. It will be hard, but she dynamic to do it. Use the simple feature to talk about the action or condition that will pain and 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 in the future. How to form the simple feature? The formula being simple feature is will plus root form of verb. I will I will learn a new language. Jill will read the book. My mother will sleep till none of the one wakes them up. You will see when I mean. It doesn't matter if the subject or the singular or plural, the formula for the simple future doesn't change. Okay guys, the last material, future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous also sometimes called the future perfect progressive is a verb tense that describe action that will continue up until the point in the future. The future perfect continuous tense consists of will plus have plus been plus the verb present particle or verb word plus in. When we describe an action in the future perfect continuous tense, we are projecting ourselves forward in time and looking back at the direction of that activity. The activity will have begun sometime in the past, present, or in the future, and is expected to continue in the future. Okay, the example. In November, I will have been working at my company for 3 years. Example 2. At 5 o'clock, I will have been waiting for 2 minutes. And then, when I turn 30, I will have been playing piano for 21 years. Okay, this is the example for the future perfect continuous tense. The next, non-action verb do not use the future perfect continuous. Remember, do not non-action verb likes to be, to seem, or to know are not suited to the future perfect continuous tense. Okay, the example in concrete. On on Tuesday, I will have been know you for a week. Correct. On Thursday, I will have known you for a week. Incorrect. I will have been reading for 45 books by Christmas. And correct. I will have read for 45 books by Christmas. Okay guys, that's my brief explanation of my English material. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.